Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, November 14th, 2025. So, what did you think of this crossword?
Well, for me, it was fairly easy for a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of happy about that because I had struggled with so many this week. But I started it last night and got a good start on that, and then finished it up this morning, and really didn't have a lot of conflict with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you?
I found it to be quite straightforward. I was surprised because I was sort of getting ready for a tougher Friday.
Yes, me too.
It was a good crossword. I mean, there were lots of interesting clues in it, but
there were.
Interestingly, when this was first accepted, they said it should be a Saturday, but then the reviewers said, no, it's too easy for a Saturday.
Oh.
So it turned out to be a Friday.
Yeah, there was actually just one answer that I had never heard of before, and that was 6 down, aesthetic associated with classical literature and vintage fashion, and that was called dark academia.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard that term. I mean, I know what it is. I've seen it in classical literature and vintage fashion, but I didn't know that's what it was called.
I don't even know really what we're talking about here.
Oh, kind of like classical literature, like Jane Eyre or Wuthering Heights, kind of that dark medieval type literature where there's that formality in relationships and sort of forbidden love, or it's just kind of dark, or like a lot of the Gothic clothing that's like dark purple and blacks and dark velvets and green, so it's just it just has an aesthetic, they call it, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not really resonating that much with me, but
well, maybe you just haven't experienced it.
I mean,
and that's okay.
I've seen the series Wednesday.
Well, that is kind of a dark academia, yeah.
It is definitely an interesting name. It sounds like, university after they shut off the lights.
I suppose. But anyway, that was the only one I had never heard that terminology before. But everything else I knew. They were all very familiar words. Even the pop culture things were pretty famous pop culture answers. So at least I had heard of them. So I figure most of the population has.
Not me.
So, but like 28 down was teen drama that revolves around the scandalous lives of Manhattan's elite. I knew that was Gossip Girl. And of course 21 down was Beyonce song subtitled "Put a Ring on It," and I knew that was Single Ladies right away. So yeah, even the pop culture was not too tough for me. So
yeah, so you must have just torn through this.
Well, I did it quite quickly. Yes, Like I said, I did it in two sittings.
Right.
But what I couldn't get last night, I got very quickly this morning.
Yeah, like I said, there were great clues regardless of, we can talk about the difficulty, but the clues there were, I like 10 across, for example. It's different from randomness mathematically, chaos.
Chaos, yes.
I thought that was pretty interesting. And then 16 across, pasta-shaped, similar to ziti, penny.
Penny, that's right.
I guess that's true. I mean, I had it starting with a P and it was 5 letters long. It's just like it's either penny or nothing. So.
I like 17 across. Despite its name, it's not alcoholic. Ginger ale.
Yes, that was good.
I knew that.
and in the general vicinity, 22 across, material for a certain pocket. Pita.
Yes, that was kind of funny. Because I'm like, what do you mean for a certain kind of pocket? No.
That's the kind. 24 down was be unchill, thaw.
Yes.
That was amusing.
And
it did cross 34 across blank paneer, classic vegetarian Indian dish, sag.
Sag, yes.
I don't know if I've ever had any sag paneer.
No, I think we have.
Maybe at an Indian restaurant or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that's always on a, Indian restaurant buffet.
42 across, I cannot handle this right now. So done.
Yes.
That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready for 47 across. They form when snow melts and refreezes. Ice dams.
Oh,
I was going for like icicle.
No, ice dams.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How about, what do you think about 61 across? They're the subject of more than 200 million catalogs a year. IKEAs.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I couldn't figure out what that would be, but then when I saw it, I'm like, well, of course, IKEAs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can believe it. I mean, they sell all over the world. So.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's a lot of paper.
They sell a lot of stuff, though.
They could have been using those catalogs to make wooden products, which they could sell for more profit. But I'm sure they know what they're doing. 59 down was amazingly obscure, at least for me. Blank Bunin, 1933 literature Nobelist from Russia, Ivan.
Ivan. Yeah.
I mean, Russia, Ivan, it had to be, but...
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But it's just like, who is Ivan Bunin? Probably this hugely famous novelist.
Perhaps.
But...
Well, that crossed with 58 across, British natural historian Attenborough.
Right.
I knew that was David.
Yep.
So I had the I, so I'm like, well, it's either Ivan or Igor. And it turned out to be Ivan.
Yeah, Igor sounds more sort of in the Frankenstein realm or something.
So, well, and then 67 across, a video game in which users build tools from raw resources. I knew that was Minecraft. Right. So that gave me the A. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yep,
you're going to get it very quickly.
Yep.
Let's see. We had 65 down was, it's badly in need of a pick-me-up. Sty.
Yeah.
I thought that was sort of cute. Mm-hmm. And then we also had 62 down, ID whose lowest possibility is 001-01-0001 SSN.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think that's interesting that they won't allow zeros.
Yeah.
I guess that would maybe, I don't know why they would do that, but I'm sure they have their reasons.
No doubt.
45 down, I sort of pondered this for a bit. Shut again as a gate, relatch.
Relatch, yes.
Did you get that right away?
Yes, I did. But I had a lot of the letters from the crosses. So, yeah, it kind of fell right into place there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this was a fine crossword by Malaika Henda. And it's her 8th.
Oh, very good.
She has done 5 Fridays.
Wow.
So this seems to be her favorite day of the week.
Mm-hmm. Well, very good.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, that's it for the crossword, but it is Friday.
Yes, it is.
Which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday. And I'm hoping you come bearing Fun Fact Friday gifts.
I do have a fun fact or two.
All right.
Last, I believe it was Sunday, in the crossword, it was kind of the revealer clue on Sunday for the... remember all the abbreviations of the states? You had to put 2 states in a rebus. And the revealer was telegraph pioneer, or a description of 4 squares in this puzzle. And that was Western Union.
I recall.
So I have a few fun facts about Western Union.
Awesome.
The Western Union Company is an American multinational financial services corporation headquartered in Denver, Colorado. It was founded in 1851 in Rochester, New York, and it was called the New York and Mississippi Valley Printing Telegraph Company. But they changed their name to Western Union, which was probably a good idea.
Yeah, they probably saved a lot on signage.
In 1856, so 5 years after they were founded. They were a telegraphy industry from the 1860s to the 1980s. They sent telegraphs.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. They were founded by Samuel Selden, Hiram Sibley, and others, and then they merged with their competitor, the Erie and Michigan Telegraph Company, that was controlled by John James Steed, Francis Orman, Jonathan Smith, and Ezra Cornell. who was the one who said, "Let's call it Western Union."
Good
So,
move.
so anyway, they participated in something called the Treaty of Six Nations, which was an attempt to get the six largest telegraph firms to create a system of regional telegraphy monopolies with a shared network of main lines. And after they did that, Western Union continued to acquire a lot of other companies, and by 1864, they had transformed from a regional monopoly to a national oligopolis. I don't know what that means. Their only competitors were the American Telegraph Company and the United States Telegraph Company. So that was kind of considered not appropriate back in those days, and when they were doing kind of monopoly busting.
Right.
So they had to kind of configure themselves. So
sell pieces off.
And of course, as time passed and the 20th century rolled around, they started experiencing financial difficulties because no one was sending telegraphs anymore. So in the 1980s, they totally switched their business plan from one to being, instead of working in communications, they worked in finance, and they became one of the biggest money transfer services in the world.
Smart.
Yeah. They were touted as the world's largest money transfer business, and that included, at least in this country, a large number of immigrants that wired money home from the United States. So from the perspective of technology, the Western Union notably completed the first transcontinental telegraph in 1861, which was right when they started. They developed American communications between the coast of the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Their first message that went all across that telegraph line was sent to President Abraham Lincoln.
Do you know what it said?
No.
Oh, I was hoping it said.
So when the Dow Jones stock exchange, or the Dow Jones average, came into being, Western Union was one of the original 11 companies that was part of the Dow Jones.
11 companies.
Yeah.
Simpler
can you
times.
imagine? Yeah. By 1900, they had 1 million miles of telegraph lines.
Wow.
So anyway, lots of interesting facts. Just one other thing I wanted to mention was that they have a number of sponsorships. They sponsor the Sydney Roosters NRL team, which is a rugby team in Australia.
Okay.
They sponsor the Premier Division Football League in Dhaka, Bangladesh. They have a contract with the Denver Nuggets, which is, in the U.S., and basketball,
Sure.
NFL team. And then Liverpool FC is one of their other
football club.
Sponsorship. So anyway, they're a sleeve sponsor there. They're a jersey sponsor for the Denver Nuggets and a title sponsor for the others. So anyway, just a fascinating discussion on Wikipedia. There's a lot more information there, but fascinating, all about Western Union.
So have you ever received a telegram?
No, but I remember going with my mother once to send one.
Wow.
Yeah, long time ago. I mean, I was just a really little girl. But yeah, and I don't remember where we sent it or who it was to, but I remember going to the Western Union office and sending a telegram.
Well, it is pretty inspiring that they could see the writing on the wall and then were able to shift to something else. Very smart.
Very smart. So, and they're still in business today. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that fascinating fun fact.
You're welcome.
For Friday. And that is it for today. So thanks everyone for listening. Saturday's crossword's going to be out soon. We're going to tackle it and be back to talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.